G'day, my name is Brongo. Welcome to the CSROI Terminal Buddy, the brand new feature in beta to let you know whether or not you should be accepting your terminal offers, provide some sort of past history on the offers you've taken, when they become tradable, and provide information about how offers are currently priced to CSROI so then we can share that information with the community and let you know how bad or good it is to open terminals in any moment. So to begin with, you're going to want to make sure you set your currency to your Steam store currency. I'm Australian, I'm paying all my prices in Australian dollar. And your language settings, you'll likely keep it on auto if you're any Latin based language. However, if any of these other languages apply to your Steam Counter-Strike, make sure you set that so that we can read your offers correctly. Sign in with Steam, so all of your offers uploaded to CSROI are provided against your Steam account for quality purposes. And to begin with, we're going to show you the video mode with notification mode on, as I believe this is the most recommended setup if you only have one monitor. So we've already got the terminal ready, that's fine. It will read this here, read the float, reads the price, and let you know should you take this offer or pass. At the moment it's recommending you pass this offer because if you took it, you would lose 52 cents, including the terminal cost. However, if you don't include the terminal cost, you actually gain 19 cents after your fee, because the market price is 32 cents after your fee, and you're only paying 13 cents. But all in, including the terminal, you spend 84 cents to take this offer. So we are going to decline the offer in the terminal, decline it in the notification, just so we get the next offer loading, and we see the next recommendation. Once again, it's recommending we pass, so I just went for a little faster on that. This is the minimum price, very high float, interesting, but once again, not worth taking. So you can just decline on both ends. Once again, it's not going to be worth taking. I could have sat and waited for it, but I knew already. Is this one worth taking? I'm going to get, interestingly, a sixth offer this time. Nope. And then the final offer, what do we get? Another blue. This will be interesting, a battle scarred purple. You do have an offer profit of 5 cents, so it's recommending you take the offer, because if you resell it on the market later, you'll get 5 cents back bonus, because the market price is $1.19, you get $1.04 back after fees. But I am actually going to decline that because I don't think an offer profit of 5 cents is enough for the effort to go through for me. So I decline the final offer, I decline it in the notification. And then now, we'll pause that. We can see in the history that we declined this final offer and we lost 71 cents because that is the terminal cost for opening that one. Moving on, if you have two monitors, you don't have to use notification mode. However, I'll go through a quick couple of bugs if the notifications aren't coming up for you. Make sure you have your notifications set on in your browser of choice. If you didn't have I'll just get it up again quickly. If you didn't have the accept and decline buttons show up on your notification, that's a browser-based issue. Certain browsers like Firefox and Opera GX do not support accept and decline notification buttons. So I recommend you use something like Google Chrome or Microsoft Edge if you want to use notification mode. And then the final problem, if you don't see any notifications appearing, make sure your Windows notifications are set to on. Do not disturb is set to off. You go into this turn on do not disturb automatically, and make sure when playing a game is not ticked, or else that will set your computer to do not disturb and will not see any notifications while CS2 is open. So that's the troubleshooting steps. If you have any issues, feel free to reach out if there's any further issues and you can't get it to work. However, if we have two monitors, we don't need to use notification mode. We can keep this screen up on a second monitor, and we can go back, forth, and accept and decline on the side. So as we can see, the recommendation is to pass. See all sorts of your information that you were seeing in the notifications, just laid out a bit nicer. But you also have the option to edit inputs. So occasionally stuff like the float will be wrong. Like I believe here, it's added an extra 6, I believe there. It's not major if there's a small error in the float for pricing, in the float character recognition. I wouldn't stress about checking that every time. It's just difficult to get character recognition to read it one for one. But you may get price errors where it may see that dollar symbol as a 5, and then you really want to go back and modify that, if possible, just so that you know it is 24 cents, not $50.24. Either way, we decline. We can go back to Counter-Strike. Imagine we weren't alt-tabbing, we were just moving our cursor over to the next monitor. And we can see recommendation is pass. Pass. So 2 monitors, you don't need to go through the notification steps. You just wouldn't have to alt-tab like this. The final mode, if you don't want to use video sharing at all, that's up to you, no worries at all, is that you can use screenshots. So you can press F12 and use Steam screenshot feature, or I recommend pressing Alt and print screen. That just takes a screenshot of the current monitor, puts it in your clipboard, and then you can press Ctrl+V. That pastes it into the browser and it reads the image for you, gives you all your information. So you can also go through and screenshot each offer. However, I thought the video mode was a bit of an easier feature for most people to use and save this extra effort. But now we've finally got an offer worth taking. Most factory news at the moment are worth taking. The market is $2.30 Australian, but we're only paying 60 cents. That's a pretty good deal. After the terminal cost and selling it, so terminal cost of $1.30 plus $1.30 altogether, because the terminal is 79 cents plus 59-cent cost, and the market is $2 after your fee, because $2.30 before your fee. So we're going to take that offer. Goes into our history there, recorded for us, so we can see all sorts of statistics. Sorry, there's a lot of S's there, and we can accept the offer in game. I hope you guys like the tool. Any issues at all, feel free to reach out. I'm always happy to help those that would like some help. And feedback, of course, is always appreciated. Let me know what you're looking for in this tool, if anything's missing for you. Have a great day. Thanks for checking it out. And please give it a go so we can together find out if these terminals are worth opening. Thank you.